hello. Had to get my face working, but it's here and it's working. Um, Curious how all of you are doing. Um, Happy October. The Min Cup just completed, and we will be doing a stream on that, but not today. What's wrong with my microphone?
What, you said you come here again?
Oh, hi. Oh, I got it working.
I don't read chat.
That's old of you. That's brave.
Yeah, because I can't read.
What? We need to work on that.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
That might be better. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's doctor.
The actual problem was that this app you gave me wasn't set up for my Halloween costume.
Oh, right.
But now it is.
Oh.
Let's get to it. Hello.
You need a freaking app to stream?
Why are you using my voice? My face? Anyway. Do you want to just be in control of my face today? Ah! Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, it's October. I get to use my Halloween costume again. No face cam today. I'm tired. I was getting anxious just thinking about having my face be perceived. But speaking of, old classic Happy Lab accidents, we are going to be doing witches and their familiars and such again. So I need your help to make the list for that. Basically, what we're going to be doing is I want you to give me a list for here, hold on. The three lists are domain, familiar, and bonus. Also, as you can see, my pen. Hey, how did my face change? As you can see, my pen changes with each stroke. This has been a sketching method that has been really working for me lately. But if it's too illegible for chat, why does that keep changing? It's one of my buttons, isn't it? Yeah. Every time I my last my hotkey is fucked up. What's this supposed to be? Like this? I think so. There we go. What was I saying? Sketching method. This has been really working for me to have the pen change color. It makes it like looser and easier to work with. Like psychologically. But if it's too illegible, we can make it black and white for chat's viewing. In the meantime, help me come up with words and numbers and things. This first wheel will be for domain. Oops. For domain. This is the things that the witch has control over. What they've learned from. Things that they are attuned with and resonate with. Last year this wasn't last year, this was 2 years ago, wasn't it? We did the Witch of Ennui, the Witch of Botany, And what was the last one? Decay. So we're looking for things like that. Almond paste? Can I make that broader? I appreciate it, but I would like to start with a few that I can actually draw on the wheel before we get into the funky ones. I'll put plushies on there because Shiv's here. What about like spreadable things? Pastes in general? Yeah, let's do like butters and pastes. More of a baking ingredient. Well, I'll put baking on here. Sorry, Shiv, we didn't spin it early enough. I want at least like 5 or 6 things on here. Geez, we started late today. I didn't mean for that. I'm sorry. Explosives. Let's do it. Migraines. I can resonate with that one. Headaches. I'll update migraines to headaches. Hair care. I'm just gonna do hair. I feel like that's enough. Power tools. Okay. Uh, can I throw in like carpentry? All right. Good start. Familiars. We're looking for animals that the the witch has as its best friend, or servant, or uh patron, I guess. Red panda. Okay. The plushiest animal. Sure. What is the plushiest animal? What would I say is the plushiest animal? Olm is good. Not definitely not the most plushiest, but it is a good creature. I'm trying to think of some myself. Last time we like didn't even get the normie ones, so I'll put a cat in there. Um, Dimetrodon. I'm gonna have to Google a Dimetrodon if that comes up, but I like it. Ziggy. Let's see. Ziggy isn't. It doesn't really have to be an animal, but it can be a spirit of some kind, I guess. Uh, Otherwise they just would have put animal instead of familiar. Uh, Last time it was like giant snail. It can be descriptive as well. Um, Animated gun, sure. Ah, really sleepy. Just saying words, don't mind me. Let's put sleep on the first wheel. Sloth can also be on the second wheel. Third wheel, I'm gonna start adding bonus details. I'll put patches on there. Little guy. Little guy can't be a familiar. He's my familiar. Andrew Sarkis. I am hesitant on that one. They got big mouth. Let me do a quick exploratory Google. I was worried you were like sending me the name of a politician I wasn't aware of. That's a real creature, and they do have a big mouth. Okay, I'm adding that, and I'm adding giant ground sloth. I also want a deer. Dolphin, sure. You didn't suggest dolphin, you just said ancestor to dolphin, but we'll put that in there. Cause you guys, it's not your fault. You guys are working at a terrific pace. There's just only 2 people responding. 2.5. Let's get like a, piracy? Pillbug, that's a good one. You guys can start coming up with, bonus features. That would be like things that will help move the design process along. Like teeth. uh I saw the message Jomaine, the state of Maine, and completely lost my train of thought after saying the word teeth. So it's just teeth. Many, many hair clips. I like that. That's a good one. Teeth. Bandoliers. Yeah. Uh, big gemstone. I say gemstone. Stilts. Sure. Big follows. I'm okay. Wait. Domain of social media engagement. Uh, they're familiar, or the matching familiar that we're definitely not gonna pull up with the same one is Twitter bot. Remember Twitter? Um, and let's see. Beeping noises. Is that a bonus feat? Can I draw that? How about LED indicators? Twitter died and went to hell. Twitter died and became hell is what I've seen. Uh, let's see. Flippers, maybe? Uh, a cape? What if I had a floaty sci-fi hologram screams to tippy tap on? I'm not sure what I would call that. And if it could be like genericized a little bit to fit with more of these prompts. Bonus finger paint, sure. Teaching degree. Too many bracelets. Uh, chains? I keep thinking of this in my head, like we're gonna pull up something that isn't on the list, but they're definitely this is our list. Everything we pull is gonna be from these. Put on mailman in there. I'm enjoying this. Let's get some classics in there. Let's put mushrooms. Nintendo Switch. Is that a bonus that I can use? their familiar can be a Nintendo Switch. Mail could also be a domain. That's a good domain. Mail, let me put bureaucracy. Gnome familiar? Sure. Okay, I think we have enough. I think we have enough for each of these. We're definitely gonna pick something from them. Shall we do our first spin? Any last suggestions before we get to it? Bonus stepping stool? I'll give someone a stepping stool. I won't put it on the wheel. It just feels like one that like doesn't exactly add to the design. They just have a stepping stool. I guess I could be more inventive if I wanted, but that's my impulse. All right, ready to go. Let's do a spin, shall we? Domain. Oops, I have to be on the page. Headaches! It says headaches. This pen does take a little finagling to get started with, but two. Now everyone knows my boyfriend's name. Hello! I won't say it out loud, but if you want to view chat, I guess. Giant ground sloth! Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. Yeah, like, oh, I'm picturing the absolute headache that a witch with the domain of headaches and like a giant sloth could do. And bonus feature. Here we go. Ready? Mushrooms! Yay! It's mushrooms! This one really goes together. That I'm really happy with this. I feel like I have a lot to go off of here. Okay. Let's see. Like, lift this a bit. All right. Let me get a reference for a giant ground sloth. Also, let me hide that so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, it's a... That's an animal. If you had to, like, if you had to make an animal based on just, like, the word, like, creature or mammal, that's what a giant ground sloth looks like. It's just... Uh... It's... An... It's the most animal an animal can be. For its specific niche. Alright. So this person, their domain is headaches. They can inflict headaches on others, but also probably, at least for visual interest, um, have a lot of headaches as well. I and Dana, we are chronic headache sufferers, and I get them all the time. So I maybe I'm the witch of headaches. Um, Migraine sufferers unite. Just don't like. I'd give you a high five as long as it's not too loud, you know. But I'll be there. I really need to get Dana to a doctor for that because we don't know why. Anyway, okay, I think this person probably like, let's see, maybe they constantly have headaches and they're like, I'm picturing they can be curled up in pain. An eye patch would be good. I know we put migraines on there also. I might skip that if it comes up because I think this will overlap. I don't remember if I erased migraines when I put headaches on there. But this person just does not want to move. I thought migraines got changed to headaches. Yeah, okay. So this one's gonna be for the migraine squad. Give him an eye patch, because migraines are often on one side of the body. They are also just like always nauseous. Okay, we'll have them be like this. I really want them curled up, but I also feel like if I'm gonna get more of their design visible, I have to make them in a pose that shows more of their silhouette. I had one the other day after coding all day. I mean, coding is like the most migraine inducing thing I could think of, probably. Like, you're staring at a screen, you're probably leaning in really close while you think. You're thinking really hard in very like abstract ways. Um and then it takes a lot of your time where you forget to eat and drink. It's like the number one, if you're prone to migraines, coding will kick your ass. Even if it's just like eye strain, it could be from thinking too hard. I salute reacted and then forgot to show up. Hello. Hello. Welcome, Mabel. Staring at a lot of monospace text. Yeah, like reading text that isn't built to be read. Okay. And then we have, how big is a ground sloth compared to a human? They're big. They're very big. Okay. We're gonna make, this is a but what's it called? Sleeping on their haunches situation. I think also, I'm not gonna draw like a whole background, but they are in a cave dug out by the ground sloth. So that so that they can hide from the sun. Let's see. Oh, how did sloth heads work? Ground sloths are, I mean, I know it's paleo art, like we don't really know what they look like. But they're like if bears were horses. Ground sloth is one of my fave extinct animals. I think about them a lot because we've like found evidence of caves that were dug out by ground sloths. And like modern humans just do not have the experience of um living with animals that are that large and like regularly altering terrain like that. Uh like our large like in North America there's moose, which even people who are like regularly around moose forget how big a moose can get. And then the largest animals are in the ocean. I guess if you're in like Asia and Africa, there's a elephant, but well, I don't know. We tamed elephants in large part, so how big is this head? This head is not supposed to be this big. Hold on, that's way too big. I don't have a great grasp of the anatomy here. What is going on? I said they're like if horses were if dogs were horses. Uh, and then I didn't realize that meant I had to draw a horse and a dog. Okay, their head's like maybe this big. Their skull is big. Where'd that human size rep? Their skull is like the size of a torso. Okay, we'll do this. Picturing the sloth doesn't really get headaches, but it is, you know, very slow moving. But also has these enormous claws. Bison also big. Bison are also big, yes. We did a pretty nasty job on them. What was the? I think a ground sloth would be a good migraine friend if it were some kind of headache witch. Very soft, very chill, eats an avocado. Yeah. It would like hold on to you, take care of you, um, provide a comfortable place, and I think also it's like large and deadly enough that if you needed to lie down and be vulnerable somewhere, it could watch out for you. I'm sure I've said this on stream before, but you got like I think a lot about how Neanderthals and humans overlapped for a good while, and like Neanderthals have human comparable intelligence and tendencies, even like artistic tendencies. Um, and I really wonder what it was like to be living in on a planet where humans aren't the only animal like capable of doing human things. Uh, like so much of our scientific preoccupation these days is about what makes us different from other animals and um you know whether there's alien life, uh what it would be like, you know, in a philosophical way to encounter an animal that can, you know, interact with humans in that way. Uh and for there was a period where that was the case. I don't know if we even like recognized as a species whether humans in that day would have known that Neanderthals were a different species, a different kind of creature. One of the last forms of human centrist thinking that is held by most people that we aren't animals. Yeah, like we don't have a lot of evidence otherwise because humans are so exceptional, it's really hard to get out of that mindset. Um, Exceptional in the sense that we're very different from other creatures, not that we are superior in that way. A lot of, biological writing in the last century has just been talking people out of the fact that, like, evolutionary diagrams tend to show humans as, like, the pinnacle of evolution, and that things in evolution were led to humanity as if it's, like, improving upon itself. But anything that is, has evolved, and especially if it's still present on Earth, is the best possible version of itself for the environment that it's in. Evolution is not, about improvement or linearity. It's just about like matching the challenges put to a creature. I heard that humans and Neanderthals kind of like merged, like we interbred and Neanderthals ceased to be a distinct species. I haven't fact checked that, but that's what I heard. Yeah, I know there's definitely, as far as what I've read, and it's not like I can remember any of my sources for this, so take it with a grain of salt. As far as I'm aware, was at the time interbreeding. Um, I like there are children or were children are in the present. Uh, I remember there was a study going around that was like depression is linked to having Neanderthal genes, but I have no idea how that if that's actually true. Um, I don't think they merged though into a single species. I think Homo sapiens already existed at the time. I do think their genes are present in our genes, but we still like taxonomically are separate species. Okay, I have to focus for a second. I don't know how to draw this person. They're gonna be vaguely pissed at you. Let's make them a bit bigger because I don't draw that enough. And they're angry and they're in pain. Where are their legs going, though? Where are their legs go? Uh, like this. I don't know if we, in response to, I think humans killed Neanderthals. I don't know if we killed them. It is definitely possible that we outcompeted them in terms of resources, because it's clear that, like, Neanderthals were, whether it was human society or Neanderthal society or human Neanderthal joint society, like, we were intermingling, and there could have. It would be hard to say that there was just like across the board killing, but outcompeting is something that can't always be avoided. In terms, I don't know, this gets into weird like eugenicist shit, and I'm not I'm not talking about any of that. Um, just theorizing. There are a lot of theories and not a lot of evidence, I think. Yeah, I think that's mostly where we're at. We know there was, I'm pretty sure what we do have evidence of, there was intermingling, there was interbreeding. That feels like a weird word for this situation. Um, Neanderthals had art and technology that humans could not have taught them. Um, and that's all I know that we know. what am I drawing here? What? Let's see. When you have a migraine, you want to drink a lot of water. You want to take your meds. What do I want this version to be doing? Giving them frazzled hair is like an indication of how their head feels. Held a message for reason. Bullying. Allow will post it to chat. and then the word blocked was the word Neanderthal. Whoops. I guess. Guess that would be rude to call someone if that was what I was doing. Yeah, no, we have here at Happy Lab Accents and Cable 2, we have only the utmost respect for Neanderthals. Giving them giving this person the dramatic anime boy hand over eye thing. I think it fits here. Glad we all agree Neanderthal is cool. Mabel thinks Bigfoot could maybe have been a Neanderthal. I like maybe the prospect of other hominids surviving as these weird, hairy recluses in the woods is so compelling. It really is. I can't believe that was the case, but the idea is really fun to toy with. Like we know there are other ways to be humanoid, you know? I think it's Cain from the Bible. Isn't that a I know that's a thing. I don't want to get the sect wrong. And we're not gonna go into that here. I don't have the brain capacity to be funny about it. And not just feel like I don't think I would actually offend anyone, but I'm in that brain space where it's like, everything you do is gonna offend someone, is secretly super bigoted. You know, when your anxiety is like just too much. Risk of being a killjoy, Bigfoot has been thoroughly debunked. No, yeah. But yeah, my baby obsession with cryptids still cries out for Bigfoot, you know? It is really fun to think about what if Bigfoot real? What if Bigfoot real man in the woods? Um, man in the woods that no one can get a hold of for some reason. Um, just think of the way society would have to change to be compatible with the reality of Bigfoot, you know? I said I was making this person bigger. I failed. I'm sorry. I was thinking too much about Bigfoot. Wait, also, while we're at it, while we're talking about biology, fuck ankles. Uh, uh, There's gotta be a better way to have ankles, to have mobility, than whatever is going on down there. It's just impossible to draw. And then that's really what matters. Fuck ankles, also vertical spinal columns. It well, that's in terms of drawing it, that's not so bad. But uh my having shoulders that aren't designed to be like forward leaning, as if our bodies are ever required to reach backwards. Uh like whose freaking fault is that? Who did that to us? The fact that you can be in pain by not doing anything is ridiculous. Oh, you're stretching your shoulder muscles the wrong way. Well, I need them that way. A lot. Every day. Why can't I have that? Why is that so wrong? I think the big perk with our shoulders is we can throw things real good. We can throw things real good. That is a good point. Um, However, if you don't throw something like once an hour, uh, your body gets mad at you. It's fucked up. You know what? I'm getting this person a blanket. I don't want to draw their freaking other. It's not even gonna show up. Okay, never mind. No blanket. I need to focus on leg anatomy real quick. Knee? Uh, it's like here. We live in a cave, and there's all sorts of sigils on the wall for curing a headache and having your Excedrin dissolve faster. Oh, I haven't even drawn the mushrooms. Hmm. 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 How do I add mushrooms into this idea now? I'd thought it through, I could have had like mushrooms growing off them because they haven't moved in so long, but I'm not sure if that makes sense at this point. Little ones from the head, that's adorable. Like that. Oh, that's very cute. Maybe it like a pile, like a pile of vomit, a puddle of vomit, with little mushrooms growing from it. It's adorable. I just don't want it to be like mostly like not about the mushrooms. This is just how their headache manifests. Some friendly puke shrooms. Yeah, and we can put these big ones on this guy. And the cave can have mushrooms in it. No? Is this person barefoot? This person's definitely barefoot. You know how much it sucks to wear shoes when you have a headache? Not really at all, but when you have a really bad headache, you know, and you just wish everything was like anything at all can mess you up. That's where this guy's at.
Art is science. Science is art. Art is doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor is scientist.
Yeah. What's hmm? You Chanterelles at the grocery store, I think something cook. Have you guys heard? I only know about this because the Tumblr post that's going around that's like, I found some, but but you know, chicken of the woods, like it's a mushroom that tastes exactly like chicken, and that's all I know about it. Uh, it's perfectly safe, and if you cook it, it it tastes exactly, and it pretty much looks exactly like fried chicken. Um, I don't. The idea that there are mushrooms out in the woods that are like perfectly edible, taste good, taste exactly like other food that we are that's considered like some of the best food that, you know, nature has to offer. But it's mixed in with 100 mushrooms that look exactly like 100 other mushrooms, all of which can kill you. Uh Mushrooms are wild. I don't understand how that works. Maybe taking a little too long on this one, but I'm into it, and uh, I'm anxious today, so I'm trying not to get up in my head about that stuff. Today might be a longer stream though, based on this. If John doesn't mind. Oh, I thought chat stopped, but it was because you need to get Chicken in the Woods spores and start a chicken farm. As a non-forager, I stick to ones I can buy, but in Sweden there tends to be a good variety. Back to the foragers. Doctor has an affinity for mushrooms. I've seen it. I do. I do. I like mushrooms. Been out in the woods picking mushrooms and berries a few times as a child, but found it incredibly boring. As someone who like grew up in cities and does not have a lot of nature experience, I feel like I would never trust myself ever to have identified something as uh edible. It would always be like something that's identical to something edible, but is actually like super poisonous for you. And I would never feel like I could eat any of it. Chanterelles are one of the easier ones to recognize. I feel like they would be, but I'd be like, is this a chanterelle or is it a mushroom that looks exactly like a chanterelle and will have me vomiting up my own lungs within the hour? Like, I couldn't remove that possibility from my mind. Uh, let's give this person like a bottle of something magical to like make it clear that this isn't just a person in a cave somewhere. Okay. I think we're good here. You always go with someone who knows. But do they know? I'm talking about the hypothetical situation where you get exactly like it looks just right, but it because mushrooms are impossible to predict. Like there's actually a secret mimic mushroom in the area that like no one anticipated. Looks exactly like a good mushroom and kills you. And it feels like berries and plants can do that too. I'm a city child. I'm aware that this is not the reality, but it's really hard to like feel confident in that uh at all. I'd, I'd never eat a mushroom I identified myself without either like years of training or the threat of starvation. Yeah. Well, let's do our second witch, why don't we? People who have joined since the beginning of stream, if you are welcome at this point to donate or suggest some in what are they? A familiar, uh, a no wait, I'm sorry, a domain, a familiar, and or a bonus feature, to add to our character. But if there aren't any suggestions of the like, I will be going ahead and spinning. Domain cable2.net. Not that one. Feels me backwards, it feels my way poisonous venomous animals work where they really, really want you to know that they have poison. That's fair. Yeah. Vlogging. Vlogging. I know you said vlogging camera, but I feel like that's I'll remember, hopefully. Let's see. Domain of poison, maybe? Domain of venom? We'll do that. Domain Legoland. That's funny. Okay. I typed that in the wrong area. Typed into chat. Okay. Let's spin it up. Our domain is baking. Baking. Our familiar is oh, familiar's a cat. Oh, this is too easy. This is incredibly correct, actually. So close to Dimetrodon. It really was. That was like a pixel over the line. And this last one's gonna make it, it's gonna be the deciding factor of how weird it is, I think. I just wrote two bracelets instead of too many bracelets. But that was supposed to be too many bracelets. Okay. I feel like I've seen Baking Witch Cat Familiar a billion times on Tumblr.biz. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I want to make it, like, I feel like this has been done, so I do want to do something a little original here, but maybe we just do a cozy cat familiar that bakes. Is Warlock okay? Warlock, I'm disconcerted by your coughing. Oh, and my own, apparently. I I mean, this one might just be really fast. I feel like there's not a lot to uh think about with it, I guess. Maybe the bread baking part could be like they got bread armor, the bread is their magic. Hmm. Hmm. Doctor has a kitty biscuits, you need him, we need him poster in the lab. That's roommate number two's, but yes, that uh is around. I wouldn't call that in the lab though, but yes. What about uh hmm, giant giant donut.
There is nothing more enchanting than a big cozy owl hug. You've never had an owl hug? Well, brace yourself. It looks like Owl is swooping in to give you one, right now.
I've had a few owl hugs by now. Or maybe I've had none, actually, because uh owl is swooping in every time, but whenever that message replays, I've seemed to have responded that I've never had one. So I don't know. I have no memory of it.
What's right? Or you do.
Donuts are more of a fried good and they're baked good. Being a little shit, this is the joke. What about okay,
We're just not.
croissant crown. You've pushed my hand. Croissant horns, maybe even? I I like the giant donut, but I like what is it? Uh what's it doing? I guess. Why is it what do they do with the donut? He often naps for 4 to 5 hours at a little time. That is true, little guy. Uh Give your little guy a little hug. His hugs are surprisingly.
There is nothing more enchanting than a big
He's
cozy
so
owl.
small, but his hugs are so big.
Never had an owl hug? Well, brace yourself. It looks like Owl is swooping in to give you one, right now.
Their their glasses are made of candy, and I have no way to indicate this, but you'll have to believe me. I would color it, but all of my lines are colorful, so I'm not sure that would get it across. Sorry, I'm struggling for like an additional detail here. Uh Too many bracelets. I do have to. Oh, their bracelets can be donuts, right? And other baked things. What constitutes too many bracelets? Is the question. Are there other donut shaped things that are bracelet enough for this? And also, how do I indicate that they're donuts? Six is too many. So many to get in the way. Glazing, sprinkles, and glazing. Yeah. I think also if they're holding a giant donut as I originally had them, um, that'll help. I don't know the purpose of the giant donut, but it is giant, and they did make it.
Good lord, Cable 2 is the best.
Thank you, Warlock. Are there other foods I could be doing as bracelets? I could do more croissant jewelry. Also, like, their arms are a bit larger, so these donuts have to be much larger. But I really like how that arm looks. Ah! Bagel, donut, when other foods go round style. It could also be like, there's gotta be some kind of pastry that. Do I put whipped cream on them? That's really cute. Here, I'll do another croissant sort of dealio as like an arm wrap thing. At what height on the arm is a bracelet no longer a bracelet? Above the elbow, right? Cannoli, but the filling is arm instead of cannoli filling. Don't really have room for that anymore, but that's a cute idea. Someone setting off fireworks? I thought there was a car going off. I also haven't gotten the cat in here yet. I think the cat's over here. Someone's setting off fireworks. What the fuck? Who sets off fireworks on... Is the 5th of October or anything? Is there a holiday I'm not aware of? Yeah. Can you guys hear that? Hungarian chimney cake is spiral shaped. Oh, I could do like angel food cake. We could also do maybe like Twizzlers, just sort of candies. Could also just do normal bracelets along with the food ones. Let me switch this to black so I can see what I'm doing. National Military Podcast Day, Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. It's obviously for World Teachers Day. It's just Saturday. I'm tempted after stream to take this one and color it, because I can imagine it as like so pink. Tasting spoon, clearly. Or spatula. Giving them like frosting sleeves, I guess. These are like legit fireworks too. I can hear popping and crackling. This cat is a Neopet to me. Chocolate colored. Yeah, you can hear those fireworks, just barely. But I can see my mic spiking a little. Big fluffy tail, like whipped cream. Yeah, what is National Military Podcast Day? Can I get some more research on that while I'm focusing on drawing? And while the ASMR crackles and pops of the uh fireworks enchant us. Ooh, we should put fireworks as a domain on here. It'd be cute to do this as a costume design challenge rather than just finishing it, because getting like all the details in this one would be so cute. Black and white, this frosting I'm drawing looks like ketchup. Whoa. I feel like everyone should get like a neighborhood warning about fireworks that are happening. Though I'm sure I could look it up. Though sometimes you can't. Sometimes they're just happening. I'm pretty sure in a place that I used to live, I thought it was hunters for a long time because I lived right on the edge of the woods, but it was like consistently after hunting hours, out of season, at the same time every week, and um and I think after eventually I finally like saw that it was uh, in fact fireworks. Uh, just like every weekend. I I never actually figured out, but I started guessing like, oh, that must be where they test fireworks is outside this neighborhood. And I still don't know. I don't know why it was like that. Because it was in New York, where fireworks are not legal without like a permit and planning. So I really don't know. And she that nice lace, and then remembered this person has an apron on. Kind of cheating on the too many bracelets thing. I'm just giving them uh, bracelet accessories that are unusual. Big bow. I could make that bow bigger, but I think this is good. Can I get a confirmation whether you guys can hear the fireworks over mic? I'll be quiet for a second, but I think they're about to end. I can hear if I turn my volume up super loud. I can see it showing up on the mic. Um, like there, but quiet here too. They're not close by. They're, I don't know, maybe a mile or two away. They're not startling me. They're just popping. Put some frills back. It looks weird now. No frills. Some, some little bits. Let me make this bigger so it's like stands out in the silhouette a bit more. Okay. Shoes. Fuck 'em. Uh, Mary Jane's, I guess. The Jeez, that one was loud. What I didn't expect as an artist is the number of shoes I would have to learn. Uh, I'm not like even into shoes, but there's so many of them, and they're so characteristic of the people who wear them, and oh, it's getting louder. Pointy shoes made of croissants. Okay, yeah, actually, you're correct. That fits really well, actually. Wait, I'm doing this one backwards. Goes this.
This might sound impossible, but this is Game Console.
Ah! Jaunt has closed the window, and we will not be hearing any more fireworks. I should have done that myself, but I kind of forgot I could stand up and leave the computer during stream. So,
Everything will be okay.
you know it's been done, but like cupcake skirt is really cute, and we're gonna do something like it, I think. Or, no, something's weird. Hold on. Legs, knee, foot, croissant, croissant, knee. She has thigh highs, adorable high socks on that we don't get to see much of. That looks like leg hair. I'll do like this, I guess. No, we'll just leave it. She has tights or something on though, and you'll just have to believe me. That's how art works, right? You tell people and then you go, but I'm not gonna draw that. You just have to believe me. This donut is touching the ground, so you may not want to eat it. But it's there. As proof of her power, her ability. I feel like I'm doing my first Blender render, which I've never actually done, but I know it's a thing. Uh, these are Twizzlers. Blend rend, as we call it in the biz. A chili blender donut. Maybe someday. I do want to. Not on stream necessarily, but you know. There we go. I think this is good for now. Love to color this one sometime. I believe we have. I know several of us, for Swatch Internet Time, I know several of us downloaded something so we could all be aware of it, but we don't use it. I think Noel streams with it though. Like on screen. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired today. Let's do one more witch. What's up next? Say hello to the witch of uh baking. Next up. What happened there? What? What happened? Why is it like this? Let me bring it back up, I guess. I don't know why it's an oval. I can't get it to not be an oval. I mean, I can estimate it, but like, normally it doesn't scale like that. That's so weird. Familiar, 2 chairs. I'm gonna pass on that one. Since it's the last one of the night, I'm gonna go ahead and spin and see what else we get. Piracy. Okay. Could be any kind of piracy. Uh, don't make it be Ziggy. Okay, it's a Dimetrodon. It was Ziggy. I don't think I can draw another Ziggy this soon. I don't know why I put it on there. It's really funny though. Pirate Ziggy would have been an option for sure. Bandoliers. Okay, that goes very well with it. Uh, let's see what we got for Dimetrodon. Hide this. Bring up my ground sloth reference. Oh boy. Okay. Dimetrodon with a hand-labeled CD fin. Oh my god, that's very good. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Domain. Piracy. Familiar. Dimetrodon. Bonus. Bandoliers. So we're talking digital piracy, right? Sounds like a summoner to me can download anything. Has a car that they summon from the internet. If there's enough seeders, their patron creature entity is all the seeders for their torrent. Okay, we're going digital piracy. Okay. Um the Dimetrodon is such a strong image. It's hard to to get past that. Oh, and they're huge. Okay. Half this is me struggling to draw a Dimetrodon. Can't really ride a Dimetrodon either. So it's just there with them, I guess. Love how Dimetrodon is an animal about relaxing. They're always depicted just basking or whatever. I wonder what the fossil record on that is like. I do like that CD idea, so we're gonna make the fin a little bit more rounded. But when I say they're huge, this is apparently how large a human is compared to them, according to this one image. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that scale, but that's like, I don't know, I thought they were little guys. I thought they were creatures. Like Gila monster size, maybe? Convenient to hide behind when invading the cops. CD Metrodon, yeah. Okay, let's get the person in here. Uh-huh. What's a cool pose that isn't this figure I'm looking at that's just posing to show how large a Dimetrodon is? Hmm. I'm gonna do myself a favor and put them behind the Dimetrodon so I don't have to draw it. I think that's where the animal puts a real CD and they're burning Metallica onto it as we speak. It's spinning really quickly. Metallica specifically, too. We're getting a lot of uh bots this stream. I don't chat can't see it unless you're a mod, but there's we've gotten like 4 or 5 in the last few minutes. Normally we get maybe one a stream, if we get one. What's the tail situation? Can I make it a crocodile tail, or is that like super? Would the paleo artists get upset with me? It's not that different. Then I can draw it within plausible deniability, I think. They've got little feetsies in the back. It's cute, actually. They're so small. Watch. Spending a lot of time on lizard anatomy. Okay. Their domain is piracy? I feel like it's more like the lizard's domain is piracy, and they're just here to usher it along. It's the image I have in my mind is like, they found this lizard that will be doing piracy. Maybe they can take advantage of it. And it is their friend. But they don't necessarily control the lizard process. Okay, we're changing the Dimetrodon anatomy a little bit to compensate for having a disc reader in its back. It's gonna have extra fins. I'm sorry for getting quiet here and there. I know I was already doing it, but I can really feel like the end of stream coming, so we're gonna get this one done and then move on to the rest of our days. I think this. What if this is like vaguely post-apocalyptic and like the bandoliers are like actual self-protection, and they inventing a news story wherein this person has to protect the final vestiges of pirate culture, which includes a giant anomalous Dimetrodon that burns enormous god CDs for them. Hold on. I can make one of the fins into disc, like a needle. Adventure Time is the last CD burner on Earth. I don't even know how people read these CDs, but they do. This is valuable somehow. They have another dinosaur species that can read the CDs. And BC Archosauruses? Archae. The dinosaurs that just all Neopets. Archaeopteryx? Archaeopteryx? Is that one? Is that a dinosaur? The definition of dinosaur is very, nebulous to non-dinosaur people. As I'm not really a dinosaur person, I know that there is a definition of dinosaur that is like you're using it wrong if you don't know it, but I'm not familiar enough to correct myself. Or Archaeopteryx or whatever I said is just like a kind of bird. Uh that's still it's like a genus of eagles or something. Oh, never mind, it is a dinosaur. Yay! I know dinosaurs. A lot of prehistoric animals are not dinosaurs. Also, birds are all dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't know when they decided that, but that's not what I was taught. Uh, and I was a pedant as a child, so I would have known that, I feel. um, but I'm not blaming that on anyone. Just like I don't know. It's one of those things. There's always so much more about dinosaurs. I feel like it's so easy to not know things about dinosaurs, and then even if you do know, even if you like dinosaurs, you have to like actively learn dinosaur things, I guess. I don't know. I've spent, unlike the other drawings where I spent almost all the time on the witch and then added their familiar in, I'm spending all of my time on this dinosaur and then uh, adding in the witch. This dinosaur gets Wi-Fi, but you'd never know it. Give him walking stick. That's kind of a dinosaur-ass aesthetic, right? Oh! What does like a Wi-Fi tower look like these days? Like a router look like? They look like little alien beacons. Uh, I'll put some scientific looking coils and stuff on it, and then it'll be a router. It looks like a PS5 and has coils on it. Uh, it's some kind of future technology, and it passes the test. Yeah, the big chunky kind of antenna. That's what I'm thinking of. Ah, hold on, hold on. We need to get our slight perspective shift correct. There we go. Uh, and like an Ethernet cable. I'll draw that when it's more uh substantial. Give them a hood. Someone is allowed to take the concept for this. Maybe. Uh Dinosaur piracy apocalypse. Techno piracy dinosaur apocalypse. You know. Do I want the hood or is it a hoodie? I'm always thinking about Techno Piracy Dinosaur Apocalypse. Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. Speaking of piracy, no, I need to play that game. Legally, and I don't have a PS4 or anything, so let's get the bandoliers in here. They have batteries on the bandolier, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that apparent in the time we have left. Mm, 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 mm. And we're there. We've done it. This person doesn't even have a face. What am I talking about? Give him goggles? Why not? Give me a moment while I process how faces work. Again, always, forever, every time. Live action Digimon movie? I think I get what you mean. I don't really know a lot about Digimon, but like, what if, what if they, yeah, live action Digimon, they actually displayed all of the Digimon as like actual dinosaurs and such. There we go. I'm happy with this. Yay! My powers are growing weak because someone isn't seeding. The switch is power large. Coven, but they're all very far from each other. I love that. Yeah, very cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the ideas and suggestions that we went with today, and the ones that we didn't. I think I'm gonna hold on to them. So we can. I want to start building basically a master list of prompts we can use for stream. So there's a lot of good ones that we rarely get to use. And you know, sometimes it's handy to just be able to pull things out of a hat. So I'll do that later. Thank you for coming. Let's look at what we got done real quick. We did, I say that and then we did the Witch of Piracy, the Witch of Baking, and, oops, the Witch of Headaches. Let's see about making this one also, black and white. Real quick, I'm on the wrong layer. Cool, there we go. Thank you all. I will post these in the Discord. Thank you for coming. And I will see you hopefully next week. It's been a bit spotty for me lately, but we'll see about that. I think that's it. Thank you for following Cable 2. Thank you for watching. And if you want the lists that we didn't use to draw or generate some of your own, that would be really cool. I would love to see more fan art from this kind of show. I think that's all. I'm gonna go fall asleep for 100 years. Thank you, everyone. Bye!